Right, look, a bit of football.
Yes,
The England squad,
yes.
the announcements come out. That this for me is going to take over the show because it's a big announcement because this is the England squad before the World Cup. This is the last one, really, that we're going to see. And the big talking points in it is Ivan Toney, who gets in there, who probably deserves his call-up. Marcus Rashford is out, but I think he's picked up injury, obviously. Jadon Sancho not featuring. And Harry Maguire makes the squad because he's not been playing at all for Manchester United. He's not featuring at all, but he's in this England squad. Ben White is out, who's been playing week in, week out for Arsenal, who are top of the league. Do you think this is a fair squad?
Do you know what? Whenever an England manager picks a squad, there's always going to be holes you can pick on it. There's always going to be a debate about who's in it that shouldn't be and who isn't that should be. That's what we do here. Every football fan will have an opinion on this squad. And there's only one that it matters to, and that's Southgate, right? So this is squad. This squad now is I can't see too many players right now out of this squad that are going to make it in there. I think because the way the season has gone and because the World Cup is when it appears this season, there's no other. This is it. This is the warm-up game. Normally, before a major tournament, you get 2 to 3 games warming up, then the squad is picked back on the base of what the managers see, maybe 1 or 2 injuries. So between now and the World Cup, this is what we get. This is it, right? And there's 2 big games, huge games against big opposition. And let's be honest, we had a pretty dodgy, in fact, I'll change it, shoddy summer. Compared to what we've been used to, right? The performances were below par. The performance is definitely below par, what we expect and where we think we're going to be. It was a tough group in the Europa Conference. So what right now, Southgate is, as all managers, not just Southgate, all having to work in a very, very different way.
So I look at the squad though, Jace, and I'm going through it now in my head. Trent not playing great. Ben Chilwell not playing week in, week out. Eric Dyer for me deserves a call up, but he's been shaky last couple of games. Harry Maguire doesn't play. Luke Shaw doesn't play. And then the further down, Mason Mount. You've mentioned him. I know he trusted for England, but he doesn't feature. Has been playing well this season. Calvin Phillips not playing. Jack Grealish miles off it.
This squad will get trimmed. This squad is going to get trimmed.
No, but it's the last squad.
This is the problem he's got. Going back to the point I was making a second ago about there'll be an opinion on it. There's players in it you think that a lot of people think shouldn't be, and there's some players missing that should be in it. And that's the debate. Every single major tournament, every single England squad that ever appears, whether it be a major tournament, a World Cup qualifier, European qualifier, or friendly, everyone has their say. And that's why we're here, to have your say on basically what we're seeing right now. But because it's such a different season, because it was a poor season or end of season for England, and there's a number of players in this squad that aren't number one for their club side right now. This is the England squad, not the club side.
But look at Harry Maguire, right? Look, Harry Maguire's going to be a talking point leading up to the World Cup because he's not playing for Manchester United. He come on in the 89th minute today. He's not been playing. You can see that. Does he deserve, whether he plays week in, week out, or he doesn't play at all, does he still deserve to be in the England World Cup team? This
squad right now, yes, because there's not a lot of time that's passed, right? So it wasn't that long ago that Harry Maguire was captain of Manchester United, and he was part of what Gareth Southgate saw going forward. We had a brilliant conversation with Faye last night about this. My problem with the Harry situation is there's a lot of football that's still got to be played, or in his case, might not be played. So I kind of find it hard to think that he's going to... So is he going to start for England in the next 2 games? Is that what we're saying? No, I think he probably will.
I think he's got to play his best team. I think he's got to play the team that he thinks is going to be his World Cup team.
In his mind's eye, right? So his mind's eye, he's got his England team. But you can't help but think that he's not in Man United's best team right now. He can't get in Man United's best team. And there's the injuries that's got to happen. There's something that's going to happen for Harry Maguire. If everyone stays fit at Man United, he's not starting Man United's best team. He's not. It's simple. But he
starts for England.
But he starts for England, right?
Do you think he should start for England? If he doesn't play, if he plays for Manchester United, if he doesn't play for Manchester United, he only features in certain games like the Europa League coming on in the dying moments. Get to the World Cup. Does he start for England, and should he start for England?
I think. Before I answer that question I think what it tells us is the lack of depth in the England squad that we're having this conversation. Because if you go back 10, 15 years ago, the strength in depth we had in that area was pretty impressive. And we had JT and Rio, Sol before that. Jamie Carragher was in that mix as well.
Yeah.
There may be one or two other... But Jamie Carragher's playing right now. He's an absolute starter of England. The problem with Jamie had, as brilliant a centre-half as he was up against two of the best centre-halves this country's ever produced in JT and Rio.
Yeah.
And that was the partnership. Right now, the reason Harry Maguire's getting in there, and the reason we kind of have this conversation is, who else is there? Who are the other ones? Who are the serious contenders for that position? Who are they?
John Stones, Ben White.
Well, I think
Eric
Ben White's
Dyer.
unlucky not to be in this squad. So Eric Dyer's forced his way in, right? And we've had this conversation about Eric Dyer. He deserves to be. He deserves to be given a chance.
He does.
Right? Deserves. Outside of those, there's Tomori, right? There's who else? Gehi. Who else is in there? I'm looking at the squad now. It's not like we're going. He's got to start. He's got a chance. It's now we're starting.
I think Kyle Walker plays right centre half in the World Cup.
In a 3 he does.
In a 3.
In a 3 he
and
does.
He plays Reece James.
That's what I think. Or him or Trent, right? That's where he's thinking right now. Ben White can consider himself very, very unlucky he's not in this squad, I think. Well, even though he's not played at centre half this year, he's been at right back, but he's been excellent. But the right back position is taken, isn't it? With Reece and Trent, you would have thought, and with Kyle Walker there.
Yeah.
So the competition on that side of the pitch is pretty heavy. That's congested. The centre half position, which he hasn't played this season, then it's a little bit bare. And I'd like to have seen Ben in this squad. I think he deserves his chance in this squad.
Well, we spoke to England's correspondent Faye Carruthers last night at the end of the show, and here's what she had to say on it.
I think he will go, but I think there must be question marks about should he go. There's the debate.
Yes.
Well, he doesn't play another game with Manchester United between now and the World Cup.
He still goes because he doesn't let England down.
I think that's wrong.
I would say Harry Maguire is still a part of Manchester United, otherwise he would have been shipped out in the summer.
But should he go?
Yes, I think he should go. I've just said that.
Okay, Faye, do you think he should go if he doesn't play another game for United?
Yeah, I've just said that 3 times. Yes, I do.
You're trying to change your mind.
No. But do you think he should go? If he doesn't play one more minute for Man United, he should go to the
Do
World
you
Cup.
want me to say it for the 4th time, Jason? Yes.
We're talking 3 months. A player doesn't play for 3 months.
He's
still
going to
going.
play. He's going to play. He's going to feature. They got loads of fixtures coming up.
That's not the
So
question.
he's going to feature.
That's not the question I asked.
But it's a hypothetical question
I know.
that is pointless. Do you see what I mean? So you don't think that turning out for Manchester United in the Europa League is worthy of him then having a spot on Gareth Southgate's squad for the World Cup?
I'm not sure it's guaranteed.
Really?
No, not at all. No, I
Who's
don't.
It's a
Who's
European
better than him?
competition. I think he's part of the spine that Gareth Southgate builds the rest of his team around.
Faye, go on, Faye.
Faye was getting spiky
was.
Faye.
She
Faye's
was.
brilliant.
Had you on toast.
I love Faye. And look, she's England's correspondent for a reason, right? And she's had the information there. She's worked very closely, but I don't think it is a guarantee. And Faye's convinced it is. The reason she's convinced it is...
No, it is. He plays. For me, he plays.
But there's no one else.
For me, Harry Maguire gets in a team whether he plays 1 minute or 500
But
minutes.
I think that's a sad indictment of the English centre-halves that you're saying that.
But I just think when he plays for England, he's trusted.
No, I know.
When you're going into World Cup competition, when he plays for England, he hasn't really let
No, he hasn't.
the country down.
And that's why...
You have to back him.
No, I think he will go. The debate is, should he? That was the question I was asking back then. I think he will go because there's no one else. There's not like a list and there's a queue of players. You're going, him. There's not. We're now talking about players that play for Crystal Palace.
I know, but you say that, Jace.
Go on.
Harry Maguire's not playing for Manchester United. Connor Cody, Eric Dyer, John Stones, Tomori, Kyle Walker when he's fit. There is options, but Gareth Southgate picks Harry Maguire because he trusts him.
His best football in the last 2.5 years I've seen Harry Maguire play has been for England. That's the best performances he's put in. But he was playing every week. I'm worried. My concerns are, as an England fan, is that we go into this World Cup having to pick a centre half, or Gareth wants to pick a centre half, and I get it, for a player that isn't playing every week, is not match sharp. I think he's going to go into it a bit undercooked. That's my concerns. That's all I'm saying. They're my concerns.